What if I told you you're not bad with money? Your brain is just wired to work against you. That's right. So most of the time, it's not about lack of discipline or knowledge. It's about how your mind was shaped by emotions, past experiences, and unconscious patterns. In this video, we're going deep into the real reasons behind your financial behavior, and more importantly, how to turn that around. Stick with me until the end, because every insight you hear today could be the key to unlocking a new level of confidence, control, and peace of mind with your money. Let's break the cycle, starting now. Why is it so hard to do what we know is right with money? Have you ever caught yourself saying, I know I need to save money, but I just can't? Or maybe after an impulsive purchase you thought, why did I do that again? So, you're not alone. And the explanation isn't a lack of discipline. It's financial psychology. The truth is, our financial decisions aren't 100% rational. Behind every purchase, debt, or investment lies a powerful mix of emotions, childhood beliefs, past experiences, and even the environment we live in. Fear of loss, the need for immediate comfort, the desire for social approval, all of these influence our choices far more than the numbers on a spreadsheet. But here's the good news. Understanding how your mind works is the first step toward change. When you begin to recognize the emotional patterns behind your financial behavior, you can create strategies to manage them more consciously. Financial psychology teaches us that transforming your financial life doesn't start with a calculator. It starts with self-awareness. Money isn't just math, it's emotion. We like to believe that financial decisions are purely rational. Budget in, budget out. Spend less than you earn. Save for the future. Simple, right? But in reality, your financial life is shaped more by feelings than formulas. Behind every card swipe, there's an emotional moment. Stress, boredom, insecurity, guilt, or even a fleeting sense of joy. That's because money is never just about money. It's about what it represents. For some people, money means security. For others, freedom, control, or even and these emotional meanings are usually formed early in life, based on what we saw, heard, or experienced. If your parents used to fight about money, you may have developed fear around it. If you grew up hearing money is for rich people, you might be subconsciously sabotaging your own financial growth, even if you want to succeed. The invisible saboteurs behind bad financial habits. Financial psychology helps us understand why we often sabotage ourselves, even when we know what to do. It's not a lack of knowledge. It's because our unconscious mind is pulling us in another direction. Here are a few common examples. The fear of losing can keep you from investing, even though you know it's the best long-term strategy. The desire for instant gratification makes you spend now and regret it later. Self-sabotage can show up when you start earning more than you're used to, because deep down, you feel like you don't deserve it. These patterns operate silently, influencing your behavior without you even realizing it. That's why financial success isn't just about knowing how money works. It's about understanding how you work. Awareness is the first step. So what can you do? Start by observing. Notice your triggers. What emotions come up when you look at your bank account? In what situations are you more likely to overspend? What money stories have you carried with you for years, and do they still serve you? From there, you can begin to rebuild your habits. Connect your financial goals to emotional meaning. Don't just say, I want to save $2,000. Say, I want to feel safe, in control, and at peace. Practice delayed gratification in small ways, like waiting 24 hours before making an impulse purchase. Use tools like journaling or even therapy to explore your beliefs about money and start building a new internal narrative. Your relationship with money can be rewritten. The most powerful thing about financial psychology is that it helps you move from guilt to curiosity and self-compassion. It's not about blaming your past self. It's about understanding how your mind works and using that awareness to build a healthier relationship with money. Have you ever tried to save money and ended up giving up halfway? Maybe you started a budget but quickly lost motivation. So, you're not alone. And the issue isn't a lack of discipline, but rather a lack of emotional connection to your goal. Why saving just to save doesn't work. Our brain is driven by reward and emotion. When we try to save based solely on numbers, without a clear and emotional reason, motivation fades quickly. That's because the effort feels too abstract. It's like saying no to small pleasures now without really knowing what you're gaining in the future. Now imagine the difference between saying, I need to save 300 reals a month, and I want to save 300 reals a month to take a trip with someone I love at the end of the year. In the second example, money stops being the end goal and becomes a means to a meaningful experience. This activates brain areas related to motivation, anticipation of pleasure, and sense of purpose, and that's the real fuel to stay consistent. How to turn financial goals into emotional ones? Here are some practical examples of how to reframe your goals. Instead of, I want to save 10,000 reals, think, I want to feel safe and prepared for any emergency. Instead of, I want to get out of debt, think, I want to breathe easier at the end of the month and feel peace of mind again. Instead of, I want to invest better, think, I want to ensure a peaceful retirement and spend quality time with my family. The more you visualize the emotional impact of your goal, the more real and achievable it becomes. Training self-control, the value of delayed gratification. Another key principle of financial psychology is delayed gratification. The ability to give up an immediate reward in favor of a greater reward later. It's like training a muscle. At first, it's hard to resist, but over time, you learn to wait and even enjoy the process. This doesn't mean living in deprivation. It means making conscious, not impulsive choices. For example, instead of buying a new phone on impulse, wait 30 days and see if it still feels necessary. Instead of ordering takeout out of boredom, save that money for a special dinner at the end of the month. Instead of financing something you can live without, transfer the installment amount to an investment account. When you train your brain to wait, you start to rewire your reward system. And when you finally reach your goal, the pleasure is far greater because it came with purpose, not guilt. Emotion and logic can work together. Many people think that to have a good relationship with money, you need to be cold and rational, but the truth is that emotion and logic can work together. The secret is using your emotions as a compass, not an enemy. Saving, investing, and planning become much easier when you are emotionally connected to your future. Financial psychology isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about understanding and intelligently guiding them. In summary, tie your financial goals to real feelings: security, peace, freedom, fulfillment. Clearly visualize the why behind your money. Practice self-control with small delayed rewards. Use emotion as an ally, not a saboteur. Transforming your financial life doesn't start with cutting out your morning coffee. It starts with changing how you see and feel about money. And that change begins within. Changing the way you manage your finances doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, the simpler your first step, the better. The key is to start small and with intention. First of all, visualize your goals clearly. Don't just think in cold numbers. Focus on what those goals represent to you: security, freedom, peace of mind, or fulfillment. That emotional connection will give you the motivation to keep going even when discouragement hits. Then, use technology to your advantage. There are plenty of free apps that help you track your expenses, categorize spending, and identify patterns in your financial behavior. These tools act like a mirror. The more you observe, the more you notice where there's room to grow. And finally, take a moment to reflect. How do you usually react to money when you're stressed or anxious? It's often when impulses kick in, buying for relief or avoiding decisions out of fear. The more self-awareness you build, the more power you'll have to make smart choices rather than running on autopilot. And if this content resonated with you, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below, sharing which financial habit you're ready to change starting today. Let us walk this journey of self-awareness and financial freedom together, one intentional step at a time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it brought you clarity or inspired you to rethink the way you handle money, consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear this too. Your support helps this message reach more people, and together, we can build a healthier, more conscious relationship with money.